What's good? Today I want to talk about purchasing your first cargo van. Now, the obvious way to purchase a cargo van, just pay with straight cash. You can go Facebook Marketplace, you'll find it the cheapest there. Or you can go to a dealership and pay cash. Now with Facebook Marketplace, what you want to do is you want them to meet you at a mechanic shop, or you want to meet them with your own mobile mechanic. It's easy. You can find a mobile mechanic on Craigslist. That's how I found mine. Or like I say, you can just meet them at the shop. That way they can perform a pre-purchase inspection. They're going to check everything under the hood to make sure that cargo van is in perfect condition. And if not perfect, at least is in good condition to where the purchase makes sense. All right, so that is for a select group of people. The majority of people will need to finance their cargo van. Now, when you go to a dealership, if you have great credit, I'm gonna go great, good, poor. If you have great credit, what you should do is, before going to the dealership, apply for a 0% interest-free credit card. It should be 0% interest-free for 12 to 18 months. Once you get that card, you can use that credit card as your down payment to get the cargo van. That way, you don't use any of your money, and you will have 12 to 18 months to pay back that down payment without any interest. That way, you can run your bag up for that duration of time. Now, I have a 2020 Ford Transit 250 medium roof, 90,000 miles. I didn't pay. The sticker price was $30,000. I put down $3,000. And a good rule of thumb is the requirement is 10% down. Or I shouldn't even say requirement because it's not a requirement, but it's recommended that you put down 10%. That'll actually increase your chance of approval. See, me, I had already purchased another vehicle in that same year. So although my credit was real good, the lender was asking a lot of questions as to why I wanted to purchase another vehicle so soon. And I actually got denied from the first lender. My plan was to put down no money, but when the dealership reached out to the second lender, we thought it would be best if I put down 10% just to see if that would have got me through the door, and it actually did get me through the door. So I put down $3,000 on a 0% interest-free credit card. I wanted to pay that credit card off in 10 months versus the 12 months that they gave me of 0% interest. And so if you just do 3,000 divided by 10 months, that is $300 a month. I actually was paying $100 a week. So I paid it off even faster than that 10 months. And so the benefit to doing that, like mentioned, is I didn't have to come out of pocket at all that day. But I also got $3,000 worth of reward points on that credit card. And they had a promotion where they gave me 100,000 points if I spent $2,500 in my first 3 months. And so with just that one swipe, I was able to meet that criteria, and they gave me a free 100,000 points, which is equivalent to $1,000. So that's a nice little strategy if you have great to excellent credit. Now, if you have good credit, you can still attempt to run that play. The biggest difference is at the time I had like a 750 credit score, and they were able to give me like a $27,000 credit line. I didn't need all of that at the time, but that was the benefit of me having a good credit score. Now, if you have a high 600, let's say a 680, a 670, then I would still attempt to run that play. If it was me, I'm not telling you what to do, but if it was me, I would still attempt to run that play. And even if I only get approved for 5,000, 7,500, I still have enough to put that down payment down, as well as reap the benefit of that introductory offer for those reward points. Now, if you have a low credit score or little to no credit, then I would advise you go to a dealership that offers in-house financing, because they are accustomed to working with people who have little to no credit, and they'll still get you approved since they're doing the financing on site. Now, your interest rate will be high, but that is an option if you do have a low credit score and relatively low monthly expenses, because if you have high monthly expenses, first of all, if your monthly expenses are high, let's say 3,000, 4,000 and up, this is gonna be a little tough for you anyway if you're gonna stay local. But if you are pairing that with a high interest monthly payment, then this really may not be the game for you. I'm gonna keep it 100. And 3,000 a month, you can still do it. 4,000 a month, man, it's gonna start getting real tough, bro, because it's some slow seasons that you're gonna run across. 5,000 a month and up, nah, don't do it, bro. Don't even do it to yourself. Now, as far as monthly payments, this is always to be negotiated. And if I could give any advice on negotiating with car salesmen, never negotiate the monthly payment. Off the rip, they're going to ask you, how much would you like your monthly payments to be? When you're negotiating, that really don't matter initially. You want to negotiate the sale price. So if that sale price is $32,000 and they say, how much do you want to pay in monthly payments? You want to tell them, I really need that sale price to be at $29,000. They go, oh no, you can't do 29. Man, well, I got another one that I'm looking at right now. It's going for $28,500. I do like this one a little bit better, so I'm willing to pay $29,000 for it. I can't go no higher right now. Like my cargo van, the sales price was $32,000. Out the door was about $34,500. Out the door just means your final price after tax, title, license, and everything. I told him exactly what I just told you. I cannot go higher than 30. 30 has to be the out the door price. And after talking to the sales manager and the financing guru and all these other people, we was able to land on $30,000 out the door. And by negotiating that sale price, my monthly payments are around $450. Remember, I dropped $3,000. So once I actually left, I was owing $27K. Now, when I was conducting my search, I was using a combination of Carfax.com, looking at their used vehicles. I was looking at Car Gurus. I was looking at Auto Trader. Those was probably the top 3 in terms of nationally recognized websites. And of course, just utilizing Google, typing in, in my case, I wanted a Ford Transit. So typing in Ford Transit cargo vans in my area, you're going to get a whole bunch of like local dealerships as well. But I ended up going with the company that I found using Carfax.com, obviously because it gave me the Carfax. So now when you're conducting your search, me personally, I like to keep it under 100,000 miles. Although if you do find you a cargo van that's over 100,000 miles, that's cool too. You really just want to check the Carfax. You want to make sure that there were no accidents. If you see that there was only 1 or 2 owners, then that's good as well. You should also be able to see how many times that they had to service that vehicle via the Carfax. You want to make sure that they was on top of their oil changes and everything like that. So just to reiterate, if you got the cash, you'll find the cheapest options on Facebook Marketplace. But you want to make sure the mechanic does a pre-purchase inspection. If you're going to finance it, try your luck at getting a 0% interest-free credit card for between 12 to 18 months, with the biggest benefit being you'll get some reward points from that big purchase, especially if you already got the money tucked away to the side. Of course, you can go ahead and make the down payment yourself, but if you are able to get that 0% interest-free credit card, at least go ahead and get the points for such a big purchase. Or if you can't get the credit card, just make sure you have 10% of the sales price. That way you can increase your chances of getting approved for that cargo van. I also want to tell you too, the Ford Transit is probably the most popular cargo van out there. Then you got the Ram ProMaster. That's probably going to be the most affordable cargo van out there. You're going to have the Nissan NV. Me personally, I don't like the look of it, but it's all about getting that paper. So if you got that Nissan NV or you thinking about getting it, man, don't let my words stop you. Go out there and get that money. And then you also can get that Mercedes Sprinter. That's going to be the top of the line. that's going to be the highest price. If money is no issue and you want to ride in style, go ahead and drop the bag on that Mercedes Sprinter. I ain't mad at you.